Hey guys, welcome back to Deadly Premonition Part 12. I was most of the way to Harry's, and then I realized that I didn't hit record, so you guys didn't hear the dialogue that happened with York and Zach. York is concerned Emily's going to be another victim. He insists he's not interested in Emily, just that she's an interesting person. But he's already admitted to having a crush on her. And that Emily makes him feel like he did when he met Zach. Like, he feels very nostalgic, and he wants to protect her, while she also makes him feel protected, like when he was a kid. But he doesn't know who made him feel that way when he was a kid. So, yeah, that's what you guys missed. Yep. People in chat are also concerned about Emily. But right now, we're gonna go see Harry.
Mr. Francis York Morgan, finally you have arrived. You are welcome to come inside.
Thank God we don't have to drive up that driveway. Because it is a very annoying, long driveway. I was about to apologize for the sound my computer made and then realized that my desktop isn't turned on. Oh. Okay. Oh, sorry. Had an email, had to make sure it wasn't something from eBay. Because I'm stealing stuff. Okay. We're not going to save.
Mr. Francis York Morgan, Mr. Stewart has been waiting for you. To the meeting room you shall go to. The meeting room is through here. Please be kind. Be sincere.
Michael, I just had a thought. I should actually tweet at Tweery and see if he'll answer me. But...
Yes?
Mr. Francis York Morgan. The timing is now to meet Mr. Stewart. You shall be kind and be alert. The timing is now and not tomorrow. If you miss it, you'll feel sorrow. So until your meeting is finished, I shall be locking the front door. If you get tired or become famished, what we have, please use as yours. Alright. I'll be nice in Harry's place and open the doors like a normal human being. Or maybe I won't. maybe I'll get tired and start body checking doors. Symphony number 3, Eroica. Symphony number 5, Fate. Symphony number 6, Pastoral. Of the multitude of musical scores, these 3 are the only ones left open. If Harry did this, it must have a meaning. Yes, it's a very simple puzzle. So, if we observe, guest room number 1. I'm actually going to loot these and just make sure that there's nothing else to grab. Because there are umbrellas in every room to take, and you obviously have to take them from the right rooms. I don't think there are. I think it's just like the same thing every time. But okay, I'll start body checking doors just so it's not slow. But yeah, one thing I was wondering. Aha. Uh. Oh, I already have high quality beef. That's right. Toolbox it goes. One thing I was actually wondering is if Michael's rhyming is a localization thing, or if he rhymed in the original Japanese version too. High quality. Well, I mean, since it's Harry's house, I actually trust that it's high quality beef. But yeah, I wonder if Michael did rhyme in the original version, or if that was like a tick they couldn't replicate, or if there was like a tick they couldn't replicate in the Japanese language. So they were like, "Oh yeah, Michael should." He's sitting out on the table for who knows how long. Maybe they put it out because they heard York was coming. Harry knows a bunch of crap. But yeah, because I mean, you hear that kind of stuff all the time, you know, like they weren't able to do this, and like an example I can think of is a character Jaeger in Tales of Vesperia. He in the Japanese version, to sort of make him uncanny and like almost alien to the players, he spoke English. But obviously in the English localization that didn't translate well. So they gave him a very like, oh yeah, like kind of that kind of German accent. I didn't hate it, but one of my friends did, and she refused to be in the room whenever I was fighting Jaeger, but he was a really awesome character too. I don't know how well I'd be able to take it nowadays. But at the time, a statue of a cavalry trooper. I wonder what secrets it holds. So these are the three we need to concern ourselves with, and Harry is right in that door. But, I mean, obviously 3, 5, 6, we just need to use those umbrellas in the right order. Pretty simple, Harry. Hello, we're solving a puzzle in Harry's. How's your little angel? I'm also not sure if these umbrella colors are a Twin Peaks reference. That might be a bit of a stretch. But in Twin Peaks, you have the White Lodge and the Black Lodge, and I will actually be explaining that more in depth post-game, in the post-game discussion, because it has to do with a theory I have. Nothing that's ever confirmed, but the Black Lodge also has a lot of red in it. So I will not body check Harry's door open.
Mr. Francis York Morgan, please have some tea while it is hot. Too much coffee for your body will make it rot.
You seem well prepared. Almost as though you knew I would be coming today.
Mr. Stewart is particular about the best timing for all things. Now please, drink some tea and enjoy the good health it brings.
I'm sorry, Harry, but I just don't like tea.
Mr. Francis York Morgan, some tea with sugar is what's best admired. By your body that looks so tired. So says Mr. Stewart.
Harry, where did you get these seeds?
Mr. Francis York Morgan, those seeds were found in our town in a certain specific place. More seeds are there, you will see, when you find that certain space. Come back to me and we shall talk after you find that certain place. So says Mr. Stewart.
Harry, so you like to play games?
Mr. Francis York Morgan, a hint for you to find this location. It is most crowded and most quiet, and gives a cold sensation. So says Mr. Stewart.
All right. So you're not going to talk unless I find this certain place. I'll play along.
Ah, you got it. I was about to ask, too. I was just about to be like, so, where is a place that is most crowded and most quiet and gives a cold sensation? Also, if you have noticed, because we've actually gone back there, there's a gated area completely locked up with a bunch of red trees in the back. And I mean, you would think York would comment on it, but I mean, I think it's just, I mean, that's just plot. I think York also says it here.
Zach, let the treasure hunt begin.
Maybe.
A crowded place, and yet it is very quiet there. Have you figured it out, Zach? It must be the graveyard.
Yeah, he says it right here.
There's lots of people there, but none of them can speak. You see? So let's get going to the graveyard.
Good, I'm glad Angel's okay. Episode 3, Chapter 15, Red Seed. We're getting closer, but it doesn't bode well. Alright, and we actually cannot warp to the graveyard. Out of all the places that you can't warp to, the graveyard is not one of them, even though if you're doing everything in the game, that's actually a very, like, popular spot to be. And it's where the guide suggests you.
Zach, if you notice anything, just stop me.
We've run out of York and Zach conversations as well. After insisting he doesn't have a crush on Emily, that's sort of where he ended. I'm a little quiet. Okay. Thank you. I'm futzing with the mic levels a little bit because I noticed I was blowing the audio out quite a bit. So I'll okay. I turned it up a tick and I'm going back into the red again. I don't like that. What about halfway? Halfway. still puts me in the red, but it doesn't put me as high. So hopefully I won't blow out the damn speakers. I'll speak, or blow out the damn mic. I'll speak a little louder though. So I was saying that the last conversation is just that York is insisting he doesn't have a crush on Emily, and then he just drops it for the rest of the chapter. Like, no. What are you talking about, Zach? That's ridiculous. And also that of all the places not to have fast travel to, the graveyard is bizarre because especially if you're going for 100%ing the game, you actually end up going to the graveyard quite a bit. Also, let me know how I sound now. Yeah. Bless my mod for helping me troubleshoot here. I didn't want to blow the mic out, and I wanted you guys to hear this sweet knockoff Green Day a lot better. Okay, cool. I'm also making sure to, like, project. We could finish this with Harry today, but we have what will be the last department lunch because the plot starts kicking off really hard. So we will have the last department lunch. So I will sleep overnight and take the last department lunch. I'll see if there's any interesting conversations I can have around town. See what Carol has to say for herself now that her brother's missing. So yeah, the plot starts to kick off really hard to the point where you don't have time to stop for department lunches anymore.
Just as Harry said, it's crowded and quiet.
That heavy breathing tells me it's not going to be that fucking quiet anymore. Hi, Brian.
Hey, Brian.
Agent! Mr. Agent, how are you?
Not bad. I'm, just playing a little game with Harry.
Game? A game? Oh, is that fun?
We've only just started, Brian. The fun is about to begin. I'd like to ask you something, actually. Is there a tree in the graveyard that drops red seeds?
Seeds? Red seeds? That tree does. And that one. And that one too. All red seeds.
My mod is fucking sharp. I will say that. I don't mean that sarcastically either. You are fucking sharp when it comes to picking up details. Fun fact, I did say this kind of casually when driving around and doing side quests early on. I was like, huh. I was like, those trees look kind of red, you know, stacked up over there. Like, not in here, but along the side of the road. Or in, like, the back roads. There's a lot of places in town with these stacked up red trees. It's not just the graveyard. It seems like it's been more centralized to the graveyard. But if you look, you can definitely see traces of red trees around town. And oh, that's not a good sign on the ground there. Looks a little foggy. I don't know what the fuck I want to... Because these guys are infinitely spawning. Oh, I'll need Gregotch. Yeah, now we can't leave. So it is literally just a race. And this is why Gretgotch is also a disadvantage, although York does a sweet ninja kick. Let me know how I sound via the combat now. Yeah. The cool thing is, though, is now that... oh, God. When York gets grabbed and goes away, he does a sweet ninja kick from above. Alright, let's run. Okay. Okay, I've turned the game down. I'm sorry we're having, oh, turn the game down more? But, like, some of the cutscenes get so frackin' quiet, which is why I turned it up. I don't know, we'll figure it. Like I said, there's not really any winning. There's not really any winning, sadly, with Deadly Prem. Because the audios are really, the audio is really super janky. Like, I can change it a bit. Like, I actually, yeah, like, the background music volume, fine. The sound effect volume I'll turn down. I'll keep the background music up because it's actually pretty faint. And I want you guys to hear the kazoos. But honest to God, the best way to play this when you're playing it yourself is just to have everything cranked to 100. So, I'll do that and see if that helps as well. Yes, I do wish to save the new settings. They will be reflected in the next scene, so we're still gonna be... Oh, you've got a shotgun. Okay. Oh, God bless Gretgotch. I don't know how the hell we got through this before we had Gretgotch. I really don't. Hey, Trillium. How the hell did you do this without Gretgotch? Oh God, the camera. York! Come on, man. Yeah, they're right behind me. Please move. Your life literally depends on this. Lots of bullets. York, you can stop pushing. Okay. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Whew.
Zach, mission accomplished. Let's get back to Harry's. The reward better be good.
Got a handful of red
But
seeds.
you know about these seeds. They were right here under my nose. It's as if I was carefully carrying a bottle of water while walking in a pool. We're learning the countryside version of common sense the hard way, Zach.
Okay, I turned myself down a little bit too. Fucking dog noises, man. No, this isn't really the source. I will say that, because like I pointed out, these trees are literally everywhere around Greenvale. Like, literally everywhere. I think with the lumbering, it just got contained to this area. Because like I said, you do notice the, you start noticing red trees around Greenvale if you know where to look. Come on now. There are a couple other red trees in other places as well, but this is like the main centralization of them. Oh, did someone drop something? Yeah. wasn't sure. Alright, so, I turned myself down a little bit again, so... Sorry, just gotta fuck with the volume. This game is so hard with audio quality. Even though it has more options than, like, Kingdom Hearts does, actually. Kingdom Hearts has, like, no audio options. That was actually really hard to balance out when I was doing it the hard way. Should be easier when I do it again with OBS, because I will be doing it again. Bad. Bad seeds. I won't touch them. Thank you, Brian. Oh, yeah. I don't know if Small was here to see this. Or Trillium, but... Brian. XXX, 1921 to 1956.
Brian? That's one sick joke, isn't it?
York, you're the one who figured out he was a ghost. Okay. Now that we don't really need to drive, we'll check on a couple of people like, Richard, Quint, 15:30. Okay, there's actually going to be somebody at the community theater that normally doesn't hang around there, so I'll do that first. And it has to do with our manhunt for Thomas. So... It is, it's kind of funny. I'm not going to go inside the community theater, but if you do go inside, you'll see everyone from the town meeting still sitting there, just like the random NPCs. They just didn't bother to spawn them out, but it's a little creepy. $15.30 would be $3.30. $15.30-ish. Alright, let's see. Yep, there he is. How's it going, George? Anna, Becky, and Diane. 3 women killed in a row, and now Thomas is missing. These are unprecedented circumstances. Wow, Maud is now making her suspicion for George very, very clear. She was keeping quiet about it for a long ass time. Crimes have a way of doing that. They are always unprecedented circumstances. But pondering on these things now isn't going to get us anywhere. We need to move forward. That's right. After Diane's death, I was out of focus. I need to pull myself together. Still have more to say. This is Thomas we're talking about. He's here in town somewhere. I don't know what he's thinking, though. You would know better than I would, George. Let's do a fast travel. You've needed to pull yourself together from the get-go. Oh, gosh, you had stepped away from stream when this happened. Because I actually admonished George for this. Right before entering the Otherworld Gallery, George admits that he had a swig from his flask because his nerves were all fucked up. He was actively drinking on duty. And I was like, George! I mean, George is stressed out. He's had 3 young women die on him. I know you mean George, but you also shouldn't trust me. I'll just make that clear. Trust me to a degree. Yeah, Becky was absolutely his fault. I never trusted you. Mod and I do talk about the game outside of the game, and I'm very wishy-washy on a lot of things. It's still fucking closed at 6 o'clock. I'm purposefully wishy-washy on a lot of things. Well, remember, we were talking about that at the time where people make mistakes. Like, even trained professionals panic. Yeah, I know you're hungry, buddy. We'll eat at this Furry 65. Oh, okay, Carol's gonna fucking sing, and there's no Thomas to eat. So I'm gonna change my suit really quick. We'll put it on again tomorrow, because I want to look spiffy. We'll put on Crimson. There's no Thomas to eat. He's not here. And you do have to wait for Carol's entire song to finish. Probably shouldn't try to get in here. I don't know why I just can't grab shit myself. The selection of liquors is quite wide. You prefer coffee to beer or wine, don't you, Zach? Probably shouldn't try to get in here. Door to the bathroom. You won't need to go just yet, do you, Zach? I.e., you can't shave here. You can't go up on stage. Let's harass her with my flashlight. Yeah, well, don't eat him even if he was here. Yeah, chat's really worried about Thomas. Oh wow, that actually does quite a bit in this very low lit bar. And like every time you want to... Oh, she and Thomas dance similarly too. Every time you want to talk to Carol, you have to wait for her to finish Miss Stiletto Heels. So it's like if you're going for like a full talk to everybody all the time run, which I didn't even do my last time playing this. How did you blow a kiss when you're away from the microphone? How are you singing? Carol. What? They just cut it off. Yeah, you have to do quite a bit. Can you show me the room in the back? No, I have no reason to cooperate with you. Your brother's missing! Carol, are you sure you want to give me that attitude? I can get a warrant, you know. Then get one. That'll take a few days, right? Show me a warrant the next time you want to talk to me. Oh. You're on my list, lady. That can take minutes to hours, and since this is the FBI, it will be minutes. Yeah? maybe like an hour because he's pretty much in the middle of nowhere, Washington. But yeah. Carol does love Thomas. I will kind of nip that in the bud. Carol does love Thomas. She very much loves Thomas. She doesn't seem like it, but she absolutely does. I will nip any theories about that in the bud. Carol adores her brother. He took care of her when they were growing up. I just don't understand, like, apparently at certain times you can get conversations with Carol where she tells you, like, she named the Galaxy of Terror after a movie, and she and York talk about movies for a little bit. Like, it's not, you know, like, Carol isn't friendly, but she at least softens up. I've never had that crap happen with me. Carol just always tells me to go fuck myself. Who's here tonight? Emily is not. Sally is. Tell me, was it really Nick? Did Nick do it? He's still just a suspect. We don't know for sure if it was him. Yes, I know. It's my fault. Huh? I didn't stop her from working at the diner. I should have stopped her. I'm sure he watched her at work, fixed his eye on her. That pig! That ugly pig! The case is still under investigation. Shut up! You're a pig too! What the hell do you know? I understand how you feel, but getting angry won't achieve anything. I should have... Anna. I should have stopped her. She shouldn't have worked at the diner. My baby. My lovely baby. Anna. Let me see Anna. Zach, I didn't expect this. Arresting Nick has certainly caused bigger waves than I thought. Yeah, no shit, dude. It's my fault that Anna died. I just served her, put her on a plate and handed her to Nick. Oh, Trillium linked me to an art print. Which is really cool, but I have a poster problem. I'm not gonna tell you everything you picked up on. I got DM'd. How you doing, Quint? Oh yeah, what do you want? Talk. How's that craphead Nick doing? He took Becky from me, and Anna from Sally. I want to kill him. He's still just a suspect. I don't care. To me, he's already the killer. You don't understand the pain of having the one you love torn from you, do you? Ooh, well, alright. York's trained to at least be calm. Do you? Execution is too painless. I should make him feel what Becky did. Quint, calm down. You're not going to do anything like that. But Becky wouldn't want that either. And think about the people that are still around you. I know. So, Quint's really pissed. I need to keep myself busy, otherwise I think I might just go crazy. Oh, what do you want, Kason?
You!
Footsteps I heard when I was in that basement room. They were boots, definitely. Not leather shoes, or sneakers, or high heels. Boots, man, I know it. Are you 100% positive about that? Yep, totally sure. I'm as positive as two negatives multiplied together. But you didn't hear any fighting? No verbal words, screams, and grunts? You don't believe me? I put my ear against the ceiling to try to hear any voices, and that's how I heard the footsteps. Zach, his story does make sense, but that's the problem. A little too much sense.
You!
So Nick is still the suspect, and Thomas is now missing. This case isn't over yet. 3 people killed in one small town. It's a terrible thing, I know. You say it like you don't mean it. So detached, I guess. For you, this might just be a number on a file or a document. But not for us living here. We've lived so peacefully here until now. And suddenly all this? Quint's all messed up too. What should I do? You're FBI, right? Come on, tell me what I should do. Sorry, counseling isn't part of my job. I can give you the name of a good doctor, though. Right, I'm sorry. You're just one man, after all. Hardly Superman, huh? Your job is to catch the killer. You bought it. Good, you can have it. I really do want Deadly Prem art, but that will wait. That will wait. I have so many posters. It's like Mod said, oh god, no more posters. You don't have time to listen to our petty little complaints. That's right, isn't it? I understand, but I'm still a little disappointed. Oh, okay. Alright. Let's just worry about the food and not so much the sleep. Love jambalaya. Then we'll have spicy tacos. No, I didn't want anything else, actually. Oh, I really like Richard. No Emily, though. She's actually probably still out looking for Thomas. She's probably at home now, but she probably doesn't come to the bar while Thomas is missing. I don't know. I skipped out on a lot of conversations, but not really anything I deem important. Alright, now we'll go sleep. Almost did it again. I like how George is kind of undecided with chat overall, but everyone is just like, Kaysen! First off, I'll go get this because I've been seeing it in the background of cutscenes. $30. Yeah, fuck that guy. Well, he's the only other person in the hotel besides us and Polly. Which, I guess, okay. Well, it's actually around dinner time for Polly. She ate pretty late with Diane. All right. We'll shave with our flashlight on. Wanted to make sure I didn't turn myself around. How do I sound now, guys, now that I turned myself and the... God damn it, and the game down, too. What?
You?
So, young girls, 3 of them, were killed, right? It's hard to imagine, you know? Because this town looks so peaceful. It's kind of like a rotten egg. The outside may still be smooth and white, but the inside is a stinking mess.
You?
You know that sometimes a maggot can emerge through the shell of a rotten egg? Makes me sick just thinking about it. Pull the Five Nights at Freddy's trick 2 on him. Flash my flashlight, reset his sensors. Get him away. That was a very niche reference, Jesus. Alright, well, let's go have our last apartment lunch. We've had all the possible ones in the game, too. I have not missed a single department lunch. I just think it builds a lot with a lot of character with the team and everything like that. So yeah, since Emily's cooking again, that's part of the reason why it's the last lunch, is because Emily's cooking. But also just because, again, like I said, the plot just starts rolling to the point where you can't really be like, let's stop and just take a break with, you know, our pals. Okay, I'm gonna save just in case I run into any rooms of death. I love the lunches too. I love the lunches, and I especially love the talks with York and Zach. It's excellent flavor. You don't have to do it, but it adds so much more character to the world. Whew. The case isn't getting anywhere, is it? But you know, Thomas is still missing. What should we do for lunch? The exact same dialogue. Yep, she'll try.
For God's sake, I wonder where Thomas went. George has been looking for him all day. Do you think he left town?
I doubt it, Emily. Running away will not free him from his anxieties, and he knows it. I'm sure he is hiding away somewhere, just thinking things over.
Think so? You don't know him that well. What makes you so sure?
My career focuses on finding people. Actually, I need to change the subject and ask you something.
What can I help you with?
It's about the gravekeeper, Brian. I'd like to know more about him.
You mean Brian the Insomniac?
Insomniac?
Yeah, he's working both day and night in the graveyard. No one has ever seen him sleep. And that's why we call him Brian the Insomniac. I heard that he owns a large house downtown, but he never seems to go home. He's always just in the graveyard. I guess he's a strange one, even for this town.
I see. Then he is an insomniac. We shouldn't have any trouble with the graveyard closing up then, Zach.
Emily, thank you. I've got to get going.
Hey, York. I've just finished getting everything ready.
I'll eat out today. We'll eat lunch together soon, okay?
Nice. Zach, we just can't take this. We should flee. I like how he's just like, bye. I want to go back in there and check the weather. Please don't. Okay, I'm like so scared every time I enter this fucking room now. At least it's not raining. I love that. We didn't even get any food. Oh, we did. Alright. Going back to Harry's. I know it's looking a bit dirty. Yes, I know. I barely wore the red suit, and it's like, it's starting to get dirty. York, this is what happens when you sleep in your clothes and you don't bring pajamas. Even Dale Cooper brought pajamas to Twin Peaks. Actually. Well, no, it doesn't matter. We're just gonna... We should be able to just warp to Harry's house. Actually, I need to go to the milk barn really quick and get some more cigarettes. I just like to have full cigarettes. God knows I have the money for it. Look, York, if you're in love with her, man, you're gonna need to have to put up with that cooking. So you can smoke all day long if needed. Exactly. Milk barn. Alright. Hey, Keith. Keith, I want some cigs. Damn it.
You?
So the same CIA agent has to go... Oh, he's telling a bad joke. Has to go and infiltrate another country. His first task is to meet a spy called Peter. So he puts an ad in the newspaper, the standard form of communication. To Peter, meet me in the park tomorrow morning at 7. It should have been a simple mission, but a terrible sight was waiting for him in that park. Close to 100 men called Peter, all hanging around. Bakers named Peter, butchers named Peter, chauffeurs, florists, actors. Peters, as far as the eye could see. Peter was obviously a very popular name in this country. Throw a stone on the street and you'd hit a Peter. The agent had no choice but to ask each of them the secret code. But none of them answered correctly. Sick and tired of it all, and well now past 7, the agent eventually shouts, "Hey, is there a spy called Peter here?" At which point a Peter emerges from the crowd and says, "I'm the spy called Peter. You should have wrote in the ad that you wanted the spy called Peter." Oh, you heard that one before, did you, York? That was terrible, Kason. I've got plenty more. You want to hear some? God, no. Yeah.
You?
Yeah, I did hear that one before. Yeah, nope, I'm good. Cool. What's up, Richard? I like the shop because they have pretty much everything I need. Lily sure has got her act together running this place. Some chat is thirsty for Richard.
Yo, dude.
Oh, Keith sounds so upset. He sounded a little bit like Frank from House Party. How's it going, dude? I would love to stream just at least the Game Grumps in House Party, but House Party is actually banned by Twitch. There are a couple of games that are banned by Twitch that I think are dumb. Genital Jousting is one, which is literally just a joke game, but nope, can't have dicks. Hoonie Pop is also banned, and so is House Party, and those are 3 that I'm like, alright. They have them on the same list as games that are like Rape Simulator, and I'm like, well, that's messed up. They also banned Yandere Simulator. Yeah, Genital Jousting is banned on Twitch. Twitch has a list of their banned games. I honestly think that House Party Game Grumps clip that I posted that had literally nothing to do with House Party and was more about one of the funniest gags that they carried over from Game Grumps involving House Party was what got me kicked off Facebook for a while. But you can put it on YouTube as long as you censor it. You can put it on YouTube and monetize. As long as it's censored. So it's a weird world. That's kind of part of the reason why it's like I really admire certain YouTubers. Yeah, Rayplay is the one there, and rightfully so. I agree with that. It's fucked up.
Mr. Francis York Morgan, finally you have arrived. You are welcome to come inside.
I saw a little bit of a dip in frame rate. Don't worry, guys, I'm seeing it. Which is why we're saving. Constantly. Yeah, I don't understand titles like Genital Jousting, where it's obviously a comedy game. And like Hoonie Pop and House Party, which are consensual. And also, well, House Party's a parody as well.
Mr. Francis York Morgan, please proceed to Mr. Stewart's room. There he awaits you, I shall assume.
Yeah, Dairy Simulator, I think I also mentioned, was banned. I think that I need to read up on what happened with that game, because, like, something happened with that game.
Yes?
Mr. Francis York Morgan. The timing is now to meet Mr. Stewart. You shall be kind and be alert. Okay, he says the exact same thing. I just get money for it. Thanks. Alright, so the layout has changed, because Harry's got a house like that. Piano Sonata number 14, Moonlight. Number 23, Appassionata. Number 26, oh, I'm so sorry, Maud, don't yell at me. Les Adieux. These 3 musical scores have been left open. Another of Harry's games. Yes, this one is far more annoying. Oh, that's a room. Oops. Yeah, everything's laid out differently now. Locked. Here we go. So, those numbers were essentially, XY coordinates. So, 14 Moonlight being 4, 10, 23 Appassionata, being 3 and 20, and 26 Les Adieux being 6 and 20, like what, you know, their sum is based on this grid. I'm gonna be completely transparent with you guys. I'm absolutely using a guide on this one, just because it could take forever if I wasn't. I honestly don't remember how my my buddy figured this out. He was the one playing Deadly Prem at this point. And the pushing mechanic is back. Okay. 1 and then up 2. So let me just make sure it stops there. This might be a little off. Their grid versus the game's grid is okay. Cool. It just locks into place. The guide's grid versus the game's grid is a little off. So some of it is guesswork. Okay, for this one it's over 2. You thought storage pushing action was enough. No, York, keep pushing. Okay. And now it's 1, 2, 3, 4 up. This is the longest push, I believe. Oh, he stops after every point in the grid automatically. That's handy, at least. I'm sure I figured that out last time, and I just, completely forgot. Sounds like me. Yeah, there we go. Harry. Really? Okay, this one's over to... Like, he's an FBI agent. He can push statues around, I'm sure. Harry. What if it was, like, somebody like Emily coming to visit you? You'd probably have them solve a different puzzle. And then up 2. Alright, there we go. Laser eyes on. And now we can go see Harry. Ish. We're closer to seeing Harry. Let's see here. Yeah, this is why the doors are locked. Let's get rid of that. Fuck your locked doors, Harry. Okay, that's where we need to go. There's an Agent Honor and a really weird, like, really weird thing in here. Let's see if I can find it. And again. Fuck your locked doors. Okay. Ah, I can open this one, maybe. I can. Is this... Yep. So, Agent Honor? Why are there all these dresses here, Harry? And these booty shorts? There are no ladies here, and yet there's a lot of, like, ladies' clothing. Harry? This is not a question that ever gets answered, I will say that. And that's just like a weird thing you can find in Harry's mansion. And I mean, everyone in town thinks he's really weird, so... I just thought it would be funny to point that out. It's like, Harry, what the fuck?
Harry, turns out what you said was true, and I'd like to hear more.
York, as you know, there's a powerful mystery surrounding these seeds. You've seen them at those other murders that took place elsewhere. And you've seen them deeply involved with the murders in this town as well.
That's right. But how do you know all this?
York, you must be younger than you look. Youngsters tend to hurry so much that they let things slip right past them. What you need to do is slow this down a bit. That way you'll see what's really important. Let me tell you a story. 50 years ago, when the war was over, just about when the communist Red started to become a rising threat, our town constructed a huge clock tower. Then, soon afterwards, a serial killer wearing a red raincoat went on a killing spree.
The legend of the Raincoat Killer? Stop playing games with me, Harry. That's nothing more than folklore. The FBI has no such record of a multiple homicide case in this town.
York, Anna, Becky, and now Diane. Their deaths are real, not folklore, not legend. The Raincoat Killer is also real. But under a strict gag order, the mass murder case was never made public. In fact, one could say that it was completely erased from history. Tell me, who do you think would be able to do something like that?
The military.
Very good. A model student.
But if there are no records about it, then how do you know it really happened?
Good question, York. Why would I know this? The answer is very simple. I was there. I saw it with my own eyes. The brutal killer himself. But we can talk about the details of that encounter another time. What we need to talk about is your Raincoat Killer. The new Raincoat Killer, if you will. The new Raincoat Killer. Yes, let's call him that. After all, he's not the real one. What you want to know more about is the new one. Between 10 and 20 years ago, I noticed that these red seeds were special, and someone else did too. The human imagination can lead to tragedy sometimes. Someone linked the red seeds to the serial killer legend and said, if you eat the red seeds and then kill someone, you will become immortal. This new fabricated legend was passed on from one to the next, evolving and changing every time, like a rumor. Some may have actually taken the seeds to try them out, to prove the legend, that is. York, the red seeds you have found from those other murders, they all came from this town, together with that one evil rumor. People on the other side of the planet may have heard of it by now, and new seeds might be growing in different parts of the world.
So you're saying that the series of cases I've been following are all linked to this town? That's interesting, Harry. But there's no evidence to support that story. None of the criminals we caught for the other murders ever mentioned anything like that.
It's your job, your role and duty to look into that, York. Now, the game must go on. You know I said that the incident 50 years ago was totally erased. Well, not quite. Records still exist in the sheriff's office. The old sheriff back then hated the military and did his own investigation. I need you to bring those documents here to me. Once you've done that, I'll tell you everything I know.
Okay, it's worth a look. And we may as well let the old man have his fun.
I will say one thing really quick. When this came out, I don't know if there's anything in the game that actually implies this. I think maybe something George said, or if it just became fanon that people thought this game took place in 2006. Regardless, it now takes place in 2010. Regardless of that timeline, the Harry actually beings around 60 years ago, but because the second Red Scare, like the really, really big one, was actually the second one, started in 1947 and lasted through 1957, but he said at the beginning, after the end of the war. So that's about actually 60 years, because it takes place in 2010. So Harry was there firsthand. And he'll tell us if we can find those police records. Harry's been around for a while. He's gotta be... I don't know if his official age is actually listed. Let me see. Deadly Premonition, Harry Stewart. Age. I don't think there is actually... Oh no, there is. He's 73. His voice actor is Gary S. Martinez, for anyone who's interested. Let me see if that was actually a retcon then. Because I know, obviously, a bit more about the story. No, that wouldn't be too far-fetched. That means he was born in 1937. Well, started in 47. After the war. Yeah, they did retcon the timeline. Oh well. Like, not a lot of people paid too much attention to the ages, so... But yeah, they actually did retcon Deadly Prem's timeline to make it take place in 2010. They bumped it up. I just don't think because they were expecting to make a sequel, because the sequel was announced. It came out earlier this year, but it was announced in... like late 2018, early 2019, and I was like, not sure how feel.
Documents from a case that happened 50 years ago. Let's play along with the old man for a little longer, shall we?
Zach, that means we need to head for the sheriff's department.
It do, and it mean we gonna save. Hidden memories. Yep, I see it. Alright, cool. Seems like the speed has evened out a bit. For the technical side of things, I had to move Chonky Boy downstairs. He's right beneath my room, but I did have to move him downstairs because it was just a better spot for him. He needed to be a bit closer to the router. Sheriff's Department. But yeah, Harry is old. he's just old. Don't think too much about the ages. He's over 70.
Can there really be documents here that the FBI doesn't even have? What do you think, Zach?
York! I told you! That's nothing more than local folklore.
Harry said that he was there.
The Raincoat Killer is a phantom, made up to scare children long ago. I can't believe you fell for that from Harry, of all people.
I agree with George. Harry likes to play with people. Play with their minds, too.
George, Emily. Of course I don't believe him word for word. But you won't mind if I at least try to confirm that he's wrong, will you?
Well then, can you look for the files by yourself? I'm still looking for Thomas.
Very well.
Emily, open the filing room for him.
Uh-oh.
They're here too, Zach. This might mean we're getting warmer to what we need.
Boy, oh boy. Ah! Forgot they're not a one-hit kill enemy anymore. Come on. Is that from Fact? This is what every basement archive sounds like? Or, feels like? It feels like you're in the other world.
Too much noise. We're still missing a vital piece of the puzzle.
Alright. So, be honest, chat. Besides Trillium, who's played this before. Did you guys see the Otherworld police station coming? No, because I had to run to the bathroom. Alright, good. So it's good to know that the Otherworld can still take people by surprise. That is what makes me happy. Oh dear. Excuse me, sir. Yeah, if you're not careful, you'll get a face full of Trombi. But there's some sweet loots in here too, so I want to check everything. Oh, I don't need those. Okay, now we'll go back to the obvious plot one. Poor Trombi, my ass. 1956? Oh, that's near the end of the, Yeah, so that would prove that this is, that I think this is where people think it took place in 2006. That's near the end of the Red Scare. He said, near the beginning. Either way, it's 60 years. Oh boy. So yeah, that would explain where people get the idea that it took place in 2006, so... they retconned a few things, I don't really give a shit. It doesn't make that much of a difference. Good. I mean, with the Trombies here, at least we know there's no wall crawlers. I'm taking solace in that. Hello. Hello. Oh, I do know that someone in chat actually did have an observation / theory about the Trombies. I don't know if they want to share. Oh, I shot you 3 times. Shut up. Please don't tell me this is infinitely spawning. That would suck. What do? I think this is infinite spawning now. If it doesn't die after this next one, I'll make a break for it. Yes, that one. Mod thinks that the Trombies are dead townsfolk due to their dress. Because there's a lot that look like lumberjacks. And we're gonna keep on moving. Hello, I saw you there. Oh, shit balls, really? Alright, 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 alright. Yeah, that's true. What Harry told us about the mass murders, if he's telling the truth, means that that is a very possible theory. Well, it's not about clearing them out. I don't think there's another... York, please reload. Thank you. This is a dead end. I honestly can't remember. The otherworld sections are actually pretty straightforward. Come on now. You're an infinite spawner, though. Ah. I was gonna say, it's gotta be one of these fucking doors on the side. Hopefully this actually leads me somewhere. I hear him. York, please turn faster. Yeah, I've been checking the doors, and it's just that a lot of them were locked. How do I sound over combat and the fucking Tromby moaning and crap? Sugar donut. If there's nothing in this one, I'll check right across the hall. What? Stay down. I think the SMG is going to be more efficient for these guys. Yeah, it is.
Yes.
Oh, hello. Hi, sir. Please wait your turn. I still hear one. Is there one around here? No, it's probably from the next room. Steel pipe, fuck it. Red seed. That's a red seed in front of Emily's desk. This is her desk. The blankets on it, the candies on it, the picture frame she has, the picture frames. This is Emily's desk. Alright, one piece of info left. Oi! Oi, 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 oi.
Amazing.
Thank you. Thank you. It's called auto-targeting. Catching a bit more attention than I want, but...
Nice shot.
Let's see. Shotgun shells. Don't need them.
Amazing. Yes.
Yeah, these guys are... The SMG is still better for dealing with trombies. Shotgun shells, don't need it. First aid kit large. Toolbox, please. Sorry. A little TMI, but I have a cold sore that just formed today. Like right on the inside of my cheek. It's because of my damn allergies. So I'm feeling fine. And I never go anywhere, so, you know. I heard that thump. I didn't... Alright. That actually unnerved me a little bit, because I have never heard a thump when I've tried to leave that file room before. Yeah, I think it's just due to my allergies. Because they're kicking up again. My eyes hurt. I wasn't ready for that. I was getting ready to take a drink. My eyes are hurting a lot. Which definitely means my allergies have kicked in. So, I'll be fine. It is going to be allergy season again, which means it's going to be another fucking witch hunt. Just to make myself feel better, I take my temperature on a regular basis. Mod's freaking out. Mod has capital T theories. And she's freaking out. I see him. I'm gonna get... Ooh, I was gonna get got.
Great.
Yep, great. They're a bit relentless here. Oh, shit. Okay. Dried drops of water.
Zach, looks like we need to continue our search for the documents.
So the raincoat killer completely trashed the room.
George, I'll get right to the point. It looks like someone else has just removed the documents I'm looking for.
Huh? Removed?
The cabinet looks like it had been forced open.
That's impossible. No one could break into there.
No. Emily, there is one person that can access that room at any time.
You don't mean Thomas?
It's too early to speculate. And profiling is my job, remember? More importantly, Emily, could you get me a coffee? A fresh one if possible.
Coffee? At a time like this? Why now?
Emily, please. This is very important. Some coffee. And bring some milk on the side.
Zach, you know something, don't you? I'm getting us some coffee. So tell me what you know. Ah, Zach, this is amazing. Even the taste of her coffee is thrilling, to say the least.
What?
No, nothing. This isn't the cup that Thomas always uses for me, is it?
I'm sorry about that too, then. I just used a cup that was nearby. You have a problem with that?
Problem? Not at all, my dear Emily. The coffee is perfect. Well, okay, taste aside, this cup certainly is perfect. George, Emily, we're going to Velvet Falls. There's something waiting for us there. I can feel it.
Are you joking? You're trusting your cup?
No, Emily. Going to a waterfall just might be a good idea. In feng shui, a waterfall is known to be a source of power. Even if we find nothing there, I'm sure it will give us some power.
Thanks for the vote of confidence, George. And don't forget to bring a fishing rod.
All right. I'll go get it.
Fishing? Are you two serious?
George, do you have a net?
Emily is the sane man in this one. I'd have like the exact same fucking reaction. I know a point I want to get us to, and it's right after fishing. I believe there's only like 26 chapters. Something like that.
Zach, I hope we can catch a big one.
26, 27 chapters. So we're in chapter 17. Okay, so this is the fishing minigame that I've been avoiding, but it actually does become plot relevant. I did a lot of it in my last playthrough. And, oh boy, it can be a pain in the ass. It's not a terribly crafted minigame or anything like that. Sorry, I'm actually just looking up to see how many chapters are in there. Because now I'm just curious. Yeah, 26 chapters, and I believe the 26th is the epilogue. Yes. The 26th chapter is episode 7, and it's the epilogue. So that should tell you, actually, how fast things are going to start to roll. I'm actually going to take my headphones off for this. Just because I don't want to hear the noises. Oh. But yeah, we're on chapter 17, and chapter 26 is the epilogue. So we have 8 chapters left of the main story. Alright, so we have to wait until, of course, I wanted to change York's suit before he went into the other world, but yeah. So if you hit Emily, your line snaps. You need to hit it. Okay. I hit it too fast. You need to know how quickly ahead of time to hit
A fish.
Yes,
This isn't the time to be fishing for fish, Zach.
You just need to know how quickly ahead of time to hit it. So it was fish med kit, and I hit it at the med kit, and there was a dirty soup can after that. So hit it at the soup can, maybe? Yeah, hit it at the soup can. Yes. Nope, it's now. Oh, whoa, it went way over. So I'll try it at the med kit again.
A fish. But this isn't the time to be fishing for fish, Zach.
This can be very tedious if you don't know how fishing works, which we didn't the first time we were doing this, which sucked. There, if you find it, if you know me personally, there are videos on my personal Facebook where I'm like screaming, "Catch Emily." We were joking about it.
Zach, this doesn't look like the documents we need. Try again. A fish. But this isn't the time to be fishing for fish, Zach. Great fishing, Zach. We've caught something to brag about now. In all the history of the FBI, I'm probably the only one who fished out documents thrown into a waterfall. Don't you think so, Zach?
I just don't believe it. Files from a waterfall. What does that all mean?
It's called The Legend of the New Raincoat Killer. George, have you ever seen this handwriting?
Yes. It's Thomas's.
George, I need to take these documents to Harry. He said he'd tell me everything once I take the docs to him.
But those are classified. I can't allow a civilian to view them. Especially that deranged old goat who owns most of the town.
I agree with George. Harry is... how can I put it? He might be dangerous.
You don't need to worry. You said it yourselves, didn't you? There has never been a mass murder case in this town. That means these documents pertain to a case that never actually happened. Just look at it as though they never actually existed either.
Ridiculous.
York, I'm sure you've got a plan or something in mind? Okay. You have my approval.
George, are you sure?
Emily, we need to continue looking for Thomas. Our search may just have become a hunt.
Yes, get on it. I'll go see Harry alone.
Okay.
I wouldn't believe it if I hadn't seen it for myself. But Thomas?
There's got to be a rational explanation for this.
Zach, George has started to change. I think the deaths of Becky and Diane had a deep effect on him.
I guess this town truly is without a king now.
Okay then, Zach. Let's pay Harry another visit and get to the bottom of all this.
I have to admit, I do like spending a bit of time investigating alone.
I'm getting a bit sick of being told that I'm either too slow or too fast. You agree with me, right, Zach?